Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Scripts and Screens podcast. This is season 1, episode 8. I'm your host, Imani Nicole.
And I'm Ashana Robinson.
And what did you do this past weekend or week? Anything exciting?
Oh, I finally went to see Cat Williams, the Dark Matter tour. Oh,
how was it?
God.
So funny, right? And all the openers, so funny.
Yes, he brought out Monique. Did he bring out Monique for yours?
No, he didn't.
It's absolutely crazy. I forgot. Like, I know she's a comedian, but she's been doing these interviews and she's always so poised. And
yes,
bro, she was talking about, I know you got this listed as explicit. So if y'all got y'all's kids in the room, please have them move. But she basically started out talking about TD Jakes, swallowed up. And she was like, if a man of God is in the pulpit telling you to suck dick, you better suck dick. Like, that was her whole...
wow.
Like, that was basically her whole set was built off that.
That's crazy.
Yes. And I'm just like, it was funny, but I think I was kind of shocked because I have never seen Monique I've never seen her in a comedy club. So I only know her from the Parkers, the movies she's in, and just her interviews. So when she was on stage acting up like that, I was like,
I think she usually talked like that before, but because she's done so much not remodeling or revamping, but she's changed, rebranding. It's like you forget that that's how her jokes go. They're very sexual. They're very explicit.
I was just shocked, but she was absolutely hilarious. He brought out Tommy Davidson. I don't know if he did that for you.
Yes, he did. Tommy came out.
Yeah, he was funny. Mark Curry hanging with Mr. Cooper. Did he bring him out?
Yep, he came out.
And then Takara Williams, I think we did talk about, you had saw her.
Yeah, but I think she's from New York or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He brought her out.
She was, good
Lord. Thick as hell.
Oh my God.
She's so thick. I don't know how she walked with that dump truck. Like, right. I don't know.
Right.
Thick as hell.
He brought out somebody named Miss Pretty Ricky. She was cool. She was.
Yeah, there was another girl that he did. Yeah, she was on when me and my family went to.
And then somebody named Red.
Did when Kat came on, did he make the joke about Jamie Foxx?
He didn't do that for us.
Oh,
what did he say about Jamie?
He was basically like, y'all know Jamie on drugs. Like, don't nobody go into the hospital that many days and don't nobody talk about it and don't nobody going on. He's like, that man was on drugs.
He was in rehab. That's what that was.
He was in rehab. Yeah, that's what he was saying, that he was in rehab.
That makes sense. Because they definitely were hush-hush about Jamie.
They really were. Like, we still don't have answers.
At all.
And then all we got was like another sexual allegation.
Right.
It's just like, maybe if y'all would have told us what was going on, nobody would have brought out the sexual allegations.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
But other than that, I had a good time. I'm getting too old because we went straight from work. We went from Danville to Greensboro, so that's an hour. And the show started at 8, and Kat didn't bring his ass out till 10:40. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, there was 5 people ahead of him, but we weren't mad because everybody was funny. So
it was funny. I think I was just tired.
Yeah.
I was like, where is he at? And then Monique, of course, came right before him, so everybody was hyped for her. And then by the time he was coming out. So yeah, but what'd you do?
I didn't do anything. Like
really?
my cousin's in town. Tony's in town.
Tony?
So yes, Tony's in town. So he was so sweet enough to clean my kitchen. So I was like sweeping and he was cleaning the kitchen, and then I was on the phone with like a couple friends, and that was really just it. Like, I've just literally been chilling. I just don't feel like I've had a chance to sit down, and it's like finally a weekend where I'm sitting down. So I'm just like happy to just relax and sit and not do anything too busy. Right. I might be going to New Orleans for my birthday. I don't know yet.
Wait, hold on.
Not as a group trip. I know you got real confused. You were like, girl, we just discussed this. No, I might go the following weekend, like the 14th, just like a quick weekend turnaround.
Oh, okay. Have you been before?
One time, but I didn't get to really experience it. So I went one time, and it was like the cruise was leaving from New Orleans because we went with one of my dad's best friends, and his family lives in Louisiana. So we were like, they live in, I don't know if it's Texas or Louisiana, but we flew to Texas and then drove to Louisiana. So I think they might live in Texas. I'm really not sure, honestly. And then we got on the boat from there. So we had before we left, we had a little bit of time to like get some food, or maybe we did it. The day we left, we didn't do anything. And then when we came back, we had a little bit of time. So we went to, what's this famous street?
Bourbon?
Yeah, we went to Bourbon Street. They were playing the live music. Everybody was drunk out of their mind and just a vibe. So I've always wanted to go back because I never got to really experience it. So I'm hoping to. The flights were so cheap. Trying to guess how much the flight is. I looked it up yesterday.
Okay, so you're leaving from BWI. So
BWI, a Friday to Monday situation.
120.
Higher than that, but
I would still say about 150. Less than 200.
Yeah, it's like 166, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, how?
That's amazing.
So I was like, maybe I will go to New Orleans. So I'm thinking about that possibly. Then I might go to Siesta Key finally in July. I don't know yet. For another person's birthday. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where the wind blows, what the pockets say. I don't know.
Right.
Because they made the final decision around here.
No, right. Because in my head, I'd be like, are we doing this? We doing this? Then my bank be like, no, you're not.
Right. Like
Push
you thought
back.
it was.
Yes.
And then like I attempted to take the acrylics off my nails. So they're bare.
Oh.
Well, yeah, they're super
nice
bare.
nails though under that.
Yes, I have a nice little quality nail. They were so long and brittle, so I was like, I gotta cut them all off. Because what I do is I keep my nail length and I just put the acrylic over my own actual nail.
Okay.
And then do the gel polish on top. So when I took the acrylic off, I like soaked them in acetone. My nails were so brittle. So I was like, oh, let me clip. So I clipped them all off. So we're trying to start from scratch. There's still some acrylic on there. So I'm going to try to go to the people to soak them off.
Okay. Good. Look at you starting over.
Doing a
natural thing.
Doing my natural thing. Yes. And then moving into our weekend/weekly bloopers. Girl. Now, I knew people love Saltburn. I knew we love Jacob Elordi. Although I've loved Jacob Elordi since Kissing Booth. I can't speak to everyone else. There is a Saltburn bathwater candle from that scene where Oliver was drinking this man's bathwater, and people can buy it on Etsy.
Wait, so they actually took the water from the tub?
No, they didn't. It's more like but they're calling it the Saltburn bathwater candle, but it's not like the bathwater from the tub. It's not like it's not like you get Jacob Elordi's bathwater. Although I feel like that would sell, which is disturbing.
You know it would sell. That's why I'm like, if they actually did that, they were smart. But I would never think about that until after the fact. Right. But if somebody on the crew was like, let me get some of this.
Yeah, let me see a little bit of it.
Yeah, they would make so much money.
Yeah, and it reminded me of, I don't know if you remember, but Gwyneth Paltrow had a candle that smelled like her vagina. Like that was the whole thing, was like, buy a candle that smells.
One too. I think she had a perfume
she
like
did.
that.
She did. Erykah Badu had that too. And it's just like, I'm all for a good pheromone, but I don't want to buy. I like to just hug a man and like smell him. And just be like, oh my God, he smells so good. And like, what do you have on? And they'd be like, nothing. And I'm like, oh, it's just your natural body after you use a little bit of soap. But like buying a celebrity's, like what their cat smells like, their bath. It's not I'm not the target audience. I'm not purchasing.
Yeah.
So I thought that was so crazy. I was like, what in the world? Like, and it's sold out. And it's just like rusk. Like they said, it's like has like a masculine kind of manly scent. So it's like got some pine in there, some musk. Like it's just supposed to be like Jacob Elordi emulation candle.
There's a lot of lonely women out there.
I'm dead.
That's who the
that's taking it a little bit too far. Like, why would you want to buy this candle?
And I don't want to be specific, but I feel like the target audience wasn't anything a person of color either. I feel like it was targeted to lonely white women.
Well, Erykah Badu though, hers for Black people. Like
yeah, Erykah Badu.
They're
Jacob Elordi.
Yeah, definitely not. It's a mess.
Now, if they did like an Idris, they probably could target it to some lonely Black ladies. I could see that.
Yeah, I'm not buying that one either.
Me either. Nuh-uh. But
my favorite colored man is Kofi Sorobu. I don't know if I'm saying his last name right. Still not buying his candle, but that man is so attractive to me.
We had to put some Kofi film TV.
Kofi love, yes. Yeah. Because the thing is like, but I've always loved that about him, that he's so out the mix.
Yeah.
Like I feel like not everybody can bag Kofi. Like,
Yeah.
there's just some men that you're like Drake, I think he's very much backable. Like, I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
a lot of everyday women have been with Drake, but I feel like Kofi, like, I don't know why I feel like he'd probably tell you, like, I can't share my spirit with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like Kofi, relax.
With that same face you just made, the exact same face.
No, literally, like, that man
Woo.
is so fine. And
Yeah.
Trevante is a smooth second.
I didn't like his hair. We're gonna talk about this. I didn't like
Okay.
the cut. I don't know if that was whatever they had, but I am a fan of just regular fade and waves. So I'm very, very biased. I
Yes, we'll
think
get into it
that's
because I have
just
enough.
yes.
I wrote a comment down, but not about Trevante. So,
Okay, gotcha. All right,
do
so
you
we'll talk
watch?
about that later.
Yes. Do you watch Love Is Blind? I don't think you do.
No, I don't. Mm-mm.
Does your like algorithm show you any of the Love Is Blind stuff?
Mm-mm. It show me puppies.
Oh my gosh, you need to expand your. Well, I hope you get that puppy so you can stop freaking looking at them.
I know.
The Love Is Blind, basically. Do you know the concept of the show though?
I'm assuming they start to talk before they actually see each other.
Yes. So
Based
like
on
you're
the
in a
joke. Okay.
pod. You're in a
Mm-hmm.
pod talking through a wall. Essentially, you cannot see what the other person looks like. And the whole point is like for you to like fall in love with the person on the inside and not
What they look
pick
like.
it based off like things that don't matter, like how someone
Right.
looks, their size. Like you're supposed to love them for who they are.
Mm-hmm.
So like a couple of the things, there's like two couples that are like, really highlighted. So one, everyone thinks that all the men this season are sweet, a little fruity, a
Oh.
little Capri Sun, a little Kool-Aid jammer.
Oh.
It does give that, but once again, I think we talked about this on some other episodes. Is like, I don't know if I just have to change my perception of what a man is supposed to come off
Idea of
as.
masculinity and how it's presented.
Yeah, but it's
Mm-hmm.
like it. I don't know. It's just not. They did come off a little bit more feminine to me.
Mm-hmm.
But like one of the couples, and it took place in Charlotte this season.
Okay.
So one couple, the guy comes home at 5:00 in the morning. Mind you, they're engaged at this point. So like you're in the pods. You only leave the pod if you propose. Once you propose, you go on your honeymoon. Then after your honeymoon, you move in together. Then you plan your wedding and get married. That's the correlation of events.
Oh, wow.
I think it's like a 4 to 6 week program. So the couple now is currently living together. It's it's a white man and a white woman living together, Laura and Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeremy's comes home at 5 a.m. So I guess she didn't address it. She's like me, like, oh, let's go to sleep. We'll wake up and discuss it in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So they go to sleep. Whenever they wake up, they're in the living room, like, okay, let's talk about last night type of thing. And she was like, where were you? And he was like, basically already starts off like saying he was somewhere. And then she's like, but then he was like, the plans got changed. So we went here instead. Mind you, filming's still commencing, but everyone's back home in Charlotte. So like people are starting to hang out and link up.
Mm-hmm.
So you're able to see people you were dating in the pods because you didn't know what they looked like. You might have chose somebody else, but you might have been stuck between two people. So like in this scenario, you get to now see what the other person you might have picked looks like.
Oh,
which they might be prettier, they might be skinnier, they might be like what you ideally would have went for. So, but in this scenario, to me, the two women are about equivalent. Like I don't think one outdoes the other. They're both cute girls. So he was like, I share my location with you. Like I just talked to the girl that he almost picked in the parking lot of Lost and Found for like till 5 a.m. And she was like, you think I'm just waking up in the middle of the night looking at your location? And he's like, no, but I shared it with you like so that we'd have trust. And she was like, well, you know what? I did wake up in the middle of the night because I realized you weren't in the bed and you were not in Lost and Found. You were in Uptown, which is where Sarah Ann lives. So it's just like there was this big discussion on social media of like, why would you give the location then lie? Because he thought the same thing, like she's asleep. Let me share it because she's not gonna look. And by the time she looks, I'll be back home.
He is ignorant because even if I don't necessarily look at somebody's location, if I'm expecting them to be where they're supposed to be and they're not, I don't care what time it is. That's the first thing I'm looking at.
Right, exactly. Just dumb. Like people wake up in the middle of the night. Like I definitely wake up in the middle of the night. And like you said, I don't usually check locations, but if my boyfriend or fiance is supposed to be home and it's 3 a.m., I'm checking it. Like when I go on my little middle of the night potty run, where is this man at?
Right. He would be better off if he's supposed to be at work, like, than doing something on that time because she's not expecting him back. She's expecting him to be away, but she's expecting him to be back. So the fact that he thought that, What's going on with that? Oh man, I don't want to do all men
Man,
like that. I'm sorry, the listeners. I
I
know
know this
y'all
is
have a
not a
lot
men
more
hating
sense.
pod.
Yeah, but what y'all
It's
just be
not.
doing dumb stuff like.
Just dumb. And then there's another couple on there where like she's like really like the man called her clingy. His name is Jimmy and her name is Chelsea. And he had a situation where like he was stuck between two women. His other partner was Jess. And she was like, when you see me, because he basically was like, I'm gonna go the other way. And she was like, when you see me, you're gonna need an EpiPen because you're gonna choke when you see what you missed out on. And I'm like, not an EpiPen, anaphylaxis is crazy.
Right.
And she is very pretty, but to me it's like a typical look pretty. Like she's very pretty. But she gives that like lip filler, long hair, dark hair.
Oh.
California kind of girl.
Oh, so you can find it somewhere else quickly or buy it.
Yeah, like, you know, you get a few lip injections, beat your face to like 1,000 every day. You know, and like I feel like, yeah, he probably would have been attracted to her, but it was more like I don't think he would have married her kind of thing. Like even if he would have picked her. And basically I think he would have picked her until she told him in the pod she had a kid.
Oh.
She told him she had a kid, which is the first season that they've done this. Or if they have done in other seasons, they didn't like highlight it. And he just basically was shaking and acted like he didn't have a problem with it. But I think that was the determining factor was once she said that she had a kid, he was like, yeah, like, of course I want to know more about her, but like, I think he checked out after he found out she had a kid. So it's just so much drama going on because she's so insecure. The other girl that he picked, she's like, you didn't kiss me today. Like you don't, like, I don't think you love me. Like she's just so insecure. And I feel bad because it's like, she's begging this man to tell her she's pretty and like give her all the validation she should be giving herself. She's like counting how many times he kisses her and saying like, you haven't even kissed me today. And he's like, I burnt my mouth eating taquitos. Like my mouth hurts really bad. And everybody's saying like this man burnt his mouth on purpose because he was tired of kissing Chelsea's ass. And then like it even got to the point where they were arguing. And then she brings up like how they watched the show and had sex. And then he was like, you initiated it. He was like, I could take a break from that too. And I'm like, if a man ever on national television tells me he would like to take a break from doing that.
Oh, it's
cancel the show. Cut.
Yeah.
Cut. I would have been yelling like what they say, like if you yell bravo, 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 they stop recording and stuff. I would be like, Netflix. I'm done.
I don't know.
But I feel bad because like I do love her.
With the black boy, it's like a video. He's like, "Cut the show. I'm done. Cut. You seen it?"
I have, and it's like where the other guy is saying that he's like with some. Yeah, I think it's like a gay couple, right?
I think, yeah.
Yes, I've seen it. Yes, yeah.
That would be me. No, I think I might. I don't know. I get aggressive. So I'll probably be mad because I'm embarrassed.
Me too, and I probably cook him up. I would cook him up.
Oh yeah. It'd go the other way.
Yeah, I would cook him up. She didn't cook him up though, but I would have cooked him up.
Yeah,
I would have roasted him like Lil B. Like you're not about to embarrass me on TV,
right?
But yeah, it's just been real crazy. Do you have any weekly bloopers?
Yes, and I'm so sad. So our beloved brother's son, season 2 has been canceled.
That is how. I loved it.
I had to do some research on this because I was really confused. So it did the one season, you know, we guys discussed this. Don't ask me what episode number because I don't know. But we did discuss this in a previous episode and we really enjoyed this show. So it was canceled by Netflix after only one season. Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 85%. The audience rating on Rotten Tomatoes was 97. And then on IMDb, it was a 7.7 out of 10. So what I was reading, apparently Netflix has its own criteria that it has to meet for them to be able to fund a second season. So I guess it wasn't for the amount that it was going to cost to do a second season of this type of show and the ratings and the people that were actually watching it. I guess Netflix said it was not worth it, which is crazy. So they put up a chart to kind of compare it with other Netflix shows. And the only show that really like performed out of the water, excellent, like it's no doubt we give it more money to this, was Wednesday. But I'm trying to figure out if it had anything to do with promotion because I felt like I was seeing Wednesday promotion everywhere outside of Netflix. Like,
yeah.
So I don't know if they would have promoted the brother son better, but then again, it's like
Yeah,
it's
I
so
agree with
many.
that.
Yeah, it's so many shows on Netflix. I guess they got to pick and choose what they put their money into. But
Right.
yeah, Wednesday, of course, was number one show. It seems like Netflix has dropped in a long time on the way it performed.
Which one is number one between Wednesday and Squid Games?
I don't know. I gotta pull. Let me see if I still got it on my phone.
Because I feel like Squid Games is probably up there too with Wednesday. I'm like
Right.
really shocked, but I do agree the promotion was not there for Brother Son. Because to be honest,
Mm-mm.
like I think I saw something when you sent the clip and like something was blowing up behind Michelle Yu,
Uh
but it's
huh.
like they didn't really promote it. Like
Yeah.
it didn't like it should have been like when you turn on Netflix, they should have been showing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think that they look at like opening day numbers, and if it doesn't steadily pick up or if
Right.
it drops significantly, they're like, yeah, we're done, we're good,
Yeah.
which is crazy. But I feel like maybe if enough people like hop on it, they'll do something about it. Because I've
Hopefully.
seen some shows get a second season, and maybe they're just getting more stricter in 2024. But like shows that like
Mm-hmm.
I know people don't watch, like Greenhouse Academy. I know people don't even know what that is, but that is my
Mm-hmm.
show. And when I tell you, maybe budgeting wise, so maybe it does measure up to the budget. Like maybe the amount of
Yeah.
people that watched it fit the budget because it's like about
Right.
these kids that go to like a school that's like a science based school, or you
Mm-hmm.
do athletics. So you go to the school and you either pick one or two routes. You either go the smart route or the athleticism route. But like they
Mm-hmm.
like work together, they like interdate. Like it's actually really cute. Like I really love Greenhouse
Oh,
Academy.
okay. I'm gonna check that
But
out.
it's like a little low budget though. Like it's one of them little low budget shows, but like I
Mm-hmm.
still loved it. Like,
Yeah.
and I think a lot of the actors and actresses are Canadian. I think it might be a
Mm-hmm.
Canadian show, but I loved it. Like it was really, really good. It had just the right bit of drama, right bit of love, right
Right.
bit of twists and turns,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I always like.
And it
Mm.
also comes down to like who produces it. So
Mm.
like if Netflix owns, I'm pretty sure Netflix did everything for this. If they own the brother son, they couldn't even, the writers can't even take it to another platform because they can't legally do anything without
Mm.
Netflix. And I think the same with like Issa rap shit, how that was canceled to HBO Max and people were commenting like,
Yeah,
take it to Netflix. I don't think she legally can do that if they
yeah,
own it. So
right.
it, like, that's one thing about Tyler Perry. People might talk about Tyler Perry, but he owns his
He
stuff.
does.
And that's like
Studio.
Issa, right? Like his money, he produces it, so nobody can cancel anything he does because he's the one that's funding it.
Yeah, he funded it. Yeah.
So yeah, so I know Issa, she's supposed to be trying to move independent too, especially after the cancel. Yeah,
Yes. I heard
so
about that,
that'll
and I heard
help.
like she's got some things in the works.
Yeah,
Issa Rae is gonna be like the female Tyler Perry. I see it.
I hope so. I really do hope so. But yeah, so I don't know, brother, son. I think really if we wanted a second season, Netflix would have to change their mind. I don't think they'd be able to move this to a different platform. So, which is sad because I liked it.
Me too. I
I
would
really
definitely
did
watch
like
season
it.
two. I
Yeah.
got through it quick too. Like it wasn't like one of those ones where I was like struggling to get through it. Like I got
Right.
through it quick.
Mm-hmm. And I felt
I
like it
got
had a
through
little mix of everything. They had the action, villain and
it.
main character. I mean, Michelle
Hmm.
Yeoh, she's a damn star in herself, you know.
She is.
But yeah, so well, good luck. We'll see what they do, but probably not nothing but keep it canceled.
Right, right.
But speaking of Tyler Perry, okay, so our first plot and pop that we are going to be discussing is Mea Culpa. Now, this had some promotion. I mean, I've seen this all over social media.
Me too, and I'm tired of it. I don't want to see no more Mea Culpa. Mea
Right,
Nopa.
right. So, the basis for this is a criminal defense attorney takes on the case of a seductive artist accused of murdering his girlfriend. But when a burning desire takes hold, things get hot and dangerous.
Mm.
All right, so this started. Mia is Kelly Rowland. Zaire was Trevante Rhodes. They also had Ron Rico Lee from Sister Sister. I think what was it? Tyreek.
Yes.
Jimmy was on there, and what's that girl's name? Shannon Thornton. I think her name was. I didn't write it down, but she is Charlize. Those were the ones that I recognized. She
Yeah,
is
and I think
from
she's from
the
the
stripper.
stripper show.
P Valley.
P Valley, yep.
Yes,
I couldn't think of it.
So Mea culpa. Okay, for one, mea culpa means an acknowledgement of one's
Yeah.
fault. And then the main character's name was like Mia Harper, possibly. I can't remember.
Yeah, interesting application there that
Right.
Tyler Perry did.
So at first, it was Given Temptation for me. Do you remember that?
The one that Tyler Perry did with the girl from The Great
Journey?
Debaters.
Yeah, Journey.
Yeah.
Yes, it was Given
Mhm.
Temptation. I liked it. It wasn't terrible at all.
I didn't like
Um,
it.
it's not going to win any awards, nominations, nothing. The only award it might win is the best hair and makeup in a Tyler Perry production. That's the
Yes,
only
except
award.
for the mom's wig. The mom's wig was
Yes,
pissing me.
the mom's wig was
Yeah, the
terrible
hair was great on Kelly. Like, yeah, the
mm,
hair was great,
on the
and
black
the
people, on the black
yes,
girls. Yes,
and the aesthetics were very nice. Like the housing, the
yes,
everything was good on that end. But
yes.
the barber that Tyler, like, you could tell that they didn't get to bring their personal barber on set.
Yes.
Because I didn't notice Trevante, so I'll let you speak on Trevante. But Kelly Rowland's husband was like a bald fade gone wrong. It was like they literally he just did like this. Like, it's
Yes.
supposed to fade out. Like, it's just
Right.
bald and you got shit on top. Like, it looks crazy to me. And it was
Yeah.
pissing me off. It was pissing me off. I'm like, who the hell cut this man's hair? Did Tyler do this shit himself? Like, I know he be trying to cut costs, but no. Tyler Perry, you could have found somebody that would have did a $20 cut.
Right.
Like, come on.
Just
Stop
to have
it.
his name in the credit. Yes.
Just have his name in the credits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, Travante's haircut wasn't bad. I just like him. I prefer him with that low cut with the waves and the fade. That's just brilliant. I am biased.
Oh, so you don't like mini fro Trevante?
I do not. I like Bird Box Trevante. I'm pretty sure he had a low cut then. And then Moonlight.
He was in Bird Box with Sandra Bullock?
Yeah. Right? Am I not tripping? He was in Bird Box.
He might have been. I don't remember that.
Let me see. Let me make sure I'm not losing my mind, but I'm pretty sure he was in Bird Box. And why is my
I never saw Moonlight, but I heard Moonlight was really good.
Yeah, it's good. Maybe we can add that to the list one day. Bird Box, Trevante. Mm-hmm.
Is he in there?
Yes.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bird Box.
Yeah. Mea Culpa, Bruiser. Did we talk about that one? I think
no. Who's Bruiser?
It's a movie that maybe I saw and I was going to bring up. Okay, yeah,
Bird Box.
Mm-hmm. And then I think he plays Mike in this Mike Tyson movie too.
Oh, okay. So he plays the main character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is my first time seeing him, but he's very attractive. Very, very attractive.
Mm-hmm. You know, I got a thing for grills. So in Moonlight, he had the whole grill thing. And he actually played a gay man. But like, because I had this discussion with somebody else, like they didn't really show that he was gay. Like it showed he was gay in the past, but when it got to Trevante, because it was like stages. Like it was a little,
like when he was younger, like as a teen.
Right. So he was an adult. They didn't actually show him kissing another man, and I figured he's probably too much of a sex symbol to do that. Like he probably I played a character, but y'all not.
He was like, y'all gonna have to figure out that beginning portion because that's just I still want to remain true to who I am.
Right. But yeah,
that's interesting.
Mea Culpa, I don't know. It very dramatic writing. I did write that down. Like that one
scene, it was.
When she was like, you lost your job as an anesthesiologist because you were doing drugs. I'm like, this is typical writing of a
Yeah, the writers to me could have been better, but I also feel like maybe this was another like fall from grace. Do you remember Tyler Perry's A Fall from Grace? That shit was shot in like 5 days. I'm like, I wonder if they followed this same strenuous schedule because I feel like a lot of times that's what Tyler Perry does. It's like he thinks almost as if we don't film it and get it out right now, I'm gonna forget what I was gonna do and say, and we have to do it right now. Yeah. So the writing just to me was just so poor. Like I think it had the potential to actually be a really good movie. Like I don't know, like I miss those old Tyler Perry movies, like the one with Sanaa Lathan where she's like not happy with her construction. Yes, that like really and good. It had Kathy Bates in it. Like that was so good. Like I miss those ones where like it really had like you was crying when you was watching it and like really feeling like damn, this woman just lost her husband. Like damn, she should have just been happy with a hardworking man. Like why did she need more than that? Like there's just I don't know. Like I want him to get back to that. Like I don't know if he's just like that wasn't the type of writing he only did that to make it to where he is, and now that he has the liberty to do whatever, he's just writing like that. Like Love is Hip Hop, but elevated type of movie and show. Like I don't know. But another thing that I noted that I wanted us to discuss, and I want to know your take on this, is like the wife and mother-in-law dynamic. I'm not
Oh
talking to.
my God. I
I
already
wish
know what
my
you're about to
husband's
say.
mom would talk to me like that. I'm not marrying a man where that's the dynamic. I'm
He
just
didn't
not like
defend
you're.
her. I wrote that down too. He didn't defend her at all in any type of way.
He didn't.
Not at all.
He
I mean,
didn't.
she's blatantly being disrespectful. And then
Yeah,
she's just, no. Mm-mm.
and then what you were talking about, the one scene where he was like, "Well, you lost all of our money," and then this man had the nerve to buy her that expensive watch, and she was like, "How did you do it?" I sold your the piano. That was
Right.
so crazy to me. Like,
Yeah.
sir, you did what? And
Right.
that's what I'm saying, trying to keep up with the Joneses. Like, I think that that's like my
Mm-hmm.
biggest fear, and like when I do start to like intentionally date, is like I need someone that like no matter how much money that we get, they're gonna remain grounded. Like
Right.
they're not going to try to keep up, and like they're okay with like having setbacks, because the whole problem with the husband was that he wanted to keep up this facade that he didn't lose his job. Like, sir, be
Right.
honest, you lost your job. And I'm sitting here, and when she said that she was paying for the mom's treatment, and
Mm-hmm.
your mom's talking to me like that,
Yeah, no, she a good one.
I would have
She's
put
a
her in a
lot
home.
better. Yeah, no, she's
I
a
would have put
lot
her in
better
a
than Heather.
home.
And I'm trying to figure out too, now that we brought this up, if she didn't even have
Mm-hmm.
cancer, what the hell was she paying for?
Exactly. Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. So that money was probably just going to the brother.
Yeah.
They really hit a lick on Kelly Rowland.
Yeah. Because, like, it's not like it's any doctor's bill that she was paying. Like, she probably was just
Literally, she
giving
really hit a
money.
lick with Mea. Hit a lick with Mea. Wow, they hit a lick on her.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
And then I was confused as to when her sister-in-law, like her bestie or whatever, slept with Zaire Travante's character. When did that occur? Or how did that occur? Or how did that never
It
ever
occurred
come
when he
up?
sold that painting. That's what it was.
Wait, which painting?
So you don't remember when when he was first up for murder, and her husband, the sister-in-law's husband, was like, yeah, she bought a bunch of his paintings that aren't worth a damn. That's when I believe they slept together,
Oh,
because I'm like, why did she buy his artwork? So she might have went into a gallery, saw him, was turned on by him. They slept together. She
and bought
thought
her
that the
stuff.
husband was never going to find out. She's just like, so she brought these pictures home, and he's like, where is this from? It's like, oh, it's a local artist. Like,
Gotcha.
these are,
Okay.
so that's where they slept together, was like, that's how she got the portraits and stuff. Because she
Mm.
had yeah. But I was trying to figure out why the sister-in-law didn't tell
Her at
Mea.
all. And they were supposed to be like besties. Because that'd be the first thing I said. Like, you about to represent this man, but he already done hit. Just want to let you know.
Yeah, because if she
I,
told him, so I don't think it would have changed nothing. I'd like to think that it would have changed anything, but the way Mea, that's just another scene I hate, another dramatized scene. I'm going to talk about two. One, where he leaves his apartment and walks downstairs to a sex orgy. What apartment complex has red lights down the stairs? Like, come on. I was just so over it. Like, when I tell you, I started busting out laughing, and I was like, who wrote this? Like, who wrote this? This should have went to BET Plus. Because I'm just like, what? Who wrote this? Like, that threw me off. Secondly, when Kelly Rowland, who's played by Kelly Rowland, leaves, then gets the picture that her husband is going into, not eating a croissant, goes into the hotel room with her sister-in-law. So then she goes back into Trevante. I was so confused. There is no way that I see another woman riding a man and I'm going to ride it after. Absolutely no way. And I'm a lawyer with a bag. Make it make sense.
Did you see that meme and they was like, Kelly Rowland didn't even let him rinse it off.
Yes, people were talking about that. People were talking about it. They're like, he's not going to wipe his. I was like, this is just. And like, it was just too much. Like, even when he started, like, when she was like giving him oral, and she was like acting like
watching,
girl, you're not uncomfortable, because you circled right on back as soon as you saw that picture. And when I tell you, there's no way. Like, I know Kelly probably had somebody in her phone she could have called. She did not need to walk back into that apartment after she knew that he was messing with that woman. Like, I just was like that. I'm not judging anybody who does that, but like that just to me was just so didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Unless she had a past history of threesomes and like that's her thing.
Yeah.
Nothing about that would have turned me on. And that paint scene that everybody went crazy over didn't do it for me either.
Yeah.
Like Trevante doing the washing machine on heavy duty did not do it for me. on both items. Like it wasn't giving to me. I don't know. I was like, oh, and then everybody was like in the comments I was reading, I'm like, that paint scene was fire. Like that movie is a 10 out of 10 just for that. And people were saying like, I don't care how bad the movie was. I got to see Kelly Rowland's boobs, which that threw me off too. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to poke holes in their marriage, but like, if I'm going to show my body on camera and like be so involved like that, and I have a husband and kids, it's got to be worth it. And to me, that film wasn't worth it for it to be that film that you do that in. Like, you gonna get naked for a TP film? I don't know. Maybe like Martin Scorsese for me. Maybe I'm trying to think of like other really good actors. Maybe even who's my man that's like really weird and he did Love and Basketball.
Is that really weird?
Yeah, he like dresses weird and stuff. He got the glasses.
Oh, Spike Lee.
Spike Lee. Maybe Spike Lee. I might do a little razzle dazzle with my boobs if I'm an actress, but like a TP film, in that film specifically, no.
Yeah.
No. And then like Zendaya, people, and I saw mixed reviews. Who's Zendaya? Zendaya?
Yeah, Zendaya, she has like in her stuff, she does not get naked. That's why you've never really seen a sex scene with her. And I think that's why that one movie coming up with her with
Challengers.
with that potential threesome teaser, it's like so big because she has in her contracts, she does not. Like you think back to Euphoria, she does not do it. And they still pay her a bag.
They do. And that's why it's like you kind of can't. And that's why I feel like, I hate to say that, but like people have like a price and like people have, because like Denzel too. One, we've never seen Denzel die in a movie. I don't know if that's in his contract. What movie did he die?
This is about to be the movie I make you watch because we mentioned this twice. Training Day.
He died in Training Day?
Yes. And he should have died because he was the villain.
Right. Okay. I didn't know he died. I haven't seen Training Day, so that explains why that is.
I'm gonna write
that. But also, you've never seen Denzel do no sweet stuff either. You know what I mean? Like, you've never seen it. Like, I'm sure that's probably in his contract too. Like, you can set your tone and set how you want to be, and still be famous, and still, you know what I mean, thrive. And I feel like they make it seem like you can't, and some may sell it to you like if you don't do this. But I feel like, I don't know, it just might be because I'm heavy in faith, that like, even if you get 10 no's, that 11th movie is going to be like the movie where it mattered anyways. Like, you weren't intended to do those movies. So like, I don't know, like I probably would be on that same type of time. Like, I'm not getting naked. Like, because to me, I don't see the point of it. Like, I don't know if you remember, but like when you came out and Badagly, however you say that man's last name, the guy who plays Joe and you, he basically, like, I think he did something in his contract too about like the sex scenes and stuff. Because he wanted to honor his marriage. So like, I don't know, like I respect that. Like, even though like they do so many things and it's like 50 people watching you. And then I've even seen people like say like, we really don't need it. And like, why are we so purposeful in like putting so much sex in movies? Like, why did we do it?
And so, even like going back to Euphoria, now that I'm thinking about it, like comparing Rue, Zendaya, and Sydney Sweeney's character, because they had her showing everything. Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, they
she's
did.
Not worth as much as Zendaya, but you could definitely see the difference. Like Zendaya's like, nah, but they got her boobs out. She getting hit from the back, like, you know, like
they over there like crunking and But the thing about that though is, I feel like you do that, you almost put yourself in a box, because when I think of Sydney Sweeney, that's what I think of is Euphoria, and I think of like Anyone But You, where she's playing like these very risque kind of characters. Like, I don't see her doing like, now one girl who's like done both and is like getting away with doing both and is still thriving is the main character in Wednesday,
Jenna Ortega.
Yes, she gets you. I think you see her boobs. I could be wrong, or it's from the back, but she's definitely like, you see her having sex. Is in this movie X, which is on Netflix, which is basically like about a group of people who do they do porn.
Oh.
And they go to this house and they rent the house to film it. And like, she's just the recorder. Her and her boyfriend record, and it's like other women that are like having sex with the guy. And like, she wants to like, they're like, it's really freeing, because she's like trying to study it. Like, how are you guys able to do this and just have your body camera? And they're like, try it. Like, it's very liberating. And then she goes and gives it a try, and then like messes up her whole dynamic with her. I don't know if her and the guy that records was in a relationship or he just liked her, but like it just threw off their whole dynamic after she did that. But she felt so liberated. And like, but I don't think X got a lot of traction either. So I don't know if a lot of people saw that. But I was literally recording, like, was that Jen Ortega's real body? And I think it was. Because sometimes they don't use their real bodies.
True.
Like, it's not their real naked body. So I always am like, when I see a crazy scene, like, was their real body? And I think that was Kelly Rowland's real body. And I think she got work done. Because, like, I don't know. It's just me getting older and just me realizing how much like the world impacts our opinions and they're not really our own. It's like they were sitting up like torpedoes. Like, I don't know, like and they looked hard. And I know people are going to be like, I know your A-cup ass ain't talking. You're right. But I am. I think they should be like soft and like teardrops. Like, I don't want no hard, sitting up, perky torpedoes looking like when Mars attacks and like you could have, like they could be shooting. Like, I don't want that. But I think, Kelly Rowland is a really, really pretty girl. But I just think I didn't think the acting was great in this film. And like, I just thought like this was a lot that she was doing for someone that's like in a marriage.
Yeah.
But I guess like it's just work. It's just show business.
Yeah. And the last thing I'm gonna say about this and this whole like choosing to do sex and whatever, but I didn't even finish watching the series. But when I did start, the whole Chloe Bailey and Damson sex scene in Swarm, like it just made like she came out the gate with that sex scene. Like,
wait, you're talking about when she was getting hit from the back?
Yeah, it's Swarm. And like that's her first like acting debut, and that's what you choose to do.
Yeah.
And then your sister is a whole Disney princess.
Disney princess. Disney princess, pregnant at 23. Like, they don't look at her. She's in like the Kylie realm. Like, they don't, like, she's not a BN. That's DDG's.
Yeah.
Like, that's DDG's girl. Like, it's just crazy. It really does change it. Like, and that's the thing that the world will keep pushing, like, oh, be free with your body. But like, it's really like, that's not really how it is. Like, some people can get away with it and they get more things and like things like that. But then some people, they don't. Like, it's just, and you never know which way it's going to go. So it's a big risk to take if you decide to do it. Like, it makes or breaks or like limits you.
Right. The internet, of course, they always got something to say. But somebody said that Chloe got the short end of the Illuminati stick. Like, her sister got the Disney Channel. And she gets hit by dancing.
Yo, the short end of the Illuminati stick is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, compared to the sister, like, not that I think that they're Illuminati, y'all. Don't quote me. Have that. No. But the internet said,
Right.
So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Mea Culpa is something cool to put on to watch.
Something to, like, it's going to come up with conversation, so it's good to watch. The last two things that I wanted to hit on, and I feel like a lot of, like, this has been another, like, social media debate, is, like, when your man don't have a job, and she came home and he's playing video games after I had a long day. I wish you would be playing Call of Duty. Send your ass to the gulag, because I'm pissed. Why are you playing Call of Duty, and I've been out working and busting my ass all day?
And it's the fact that she spoke to him and he didn't even hear her because he was online. Not only was he online playing the game, but he was playing the game with the girl that she thought he was cheating with or that his mom was trying to put him on with.
Yeah. Like, and that was weird to me too. Like, the blatantly, like, I wish you would have married her. Like, I wish my mother-in-law would.
Yeah.
It's just no way. It's absolutely no way. But yeah, I give it a 4 out of 10. I won't watch it again. You know what I mean? If somebody has it on and I'm in someone else's home, it won't get played again. It won't get played again over here.
Yeah, I think maybe 4 out of 10, maybe 5, but no more than that.
Yeah.
More than that.
If you like, aesthetics and like seeing, wealthy, affluent Black folks, go ahead and tap in.
Right. Beautiful Black people. That's what I had.
And that's another thing too with the brother. Like, you did all of that just so you could become mayor, like faking the mom having cancer, setting Trevante up for murder.
Yeah.
Like, it's just way too much. But like, politicians do be doing crazy stuff, but it's just like, I don't know why y'all want to be like, the power trip is crazy. Like, I don't want power that bad. Whenever they try to get me to be a manager at work, I'm like, no. She's like, you ready to be a manager? I'm like, oh no, I'm not. I really want to tell her, ma'am, I will never do that again. But I just, I'd be like, no, I'm not.
No, no thanks.
And I answer quick. I don't even think about it. I said, oh no.
That is funny.
Nope.
But yeah.
No way.
Oh, Mea Culpa. Well, on something on Netflix that I did enjoy,
Yes.
our boy the Vince Staples show. I said our boy the Vince Staples. Our boy
I
Vince
love that.
Staples and his
Yeah.
show, the Vince Staples show.
Mm-hmm.
I really like this.
I did too. And when it started though, I didn't know where it was going. So I was like, Bear meets Atlanta. Like, I was like, where is this cooking? And then like Vince and like gave me a Childish Gambino kind of vibe. So I'm like, Bear meets Atlanta? What's
It
going
still
on
does
here?
give Atlanta to me for me.
Yeah.
Especially that episode where he's being chased by that childhood friend that they had beef
Mm-hmm.
with. It reminded me of that
Yep.
episode, the one I had you watch. Yeah.
Yes. It reminded me of that too. I thought of that
Mhm.
as well.
Yes. So basically, the show is just about Vince Staples. I don't know if it's based on his life or what, but I like it regardless. It's him. He's living with his
Yeah.
girlfriend, Deja, I believe her name is, and his mom. Oh shoot, is it Vanessa? Why is her name skipping me?
I don't know her name.
Vanessa. Anyway, it'll come back to me because I don't know. My mind just went blank. But basically, it's just showing him. It was only 5 episodes, 20 minutes each,
Yeah.
super short, super sweet.
Yes.
Um, I feel like the show had a lot of more deep meanings that I didn't catch because I was watching this while I was working.
Yes.
But I do feel like I need to go back and rewatch because I feel like I missed
Yeah.
something. Like I think I got the top layer. The top layer, if you just superficial, it was good. It was funny. But I think
Mm-hmm.
it was probably way more layer, especially like that one episode where they're at the amusement park. It was like when he went and they did that magic show, he ran into that magic show and they
Mm-hmm.
like shot somebody in that box. You never seen what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
so he really killed her. It was like, let me show you this. Like this one you don't want to miss. I didn't know he actually killed her.
Okay,
Why the hell was Vince hype about that? That's weird.
yeah, it was I was really confused because it was like he
I
shot
didn't
her.
see a lot of meaning in that one, in that episode per se.
Yeah.
I missed it. If it was there, I missed it.
Yeah, because I was confused because like
Oh,
he put his hand in the box and shot, but then the lady screamed afterwards as if she witnessed somebody else being shot.
oh,
Because it was like boom, and then it goes. Ah! So I don't know if somebody was in the box that he shot.
yeah.
I don't know. I was confused. But yeah, it was a little creepy. The show it was a little creepy.
Yeah, it was. It was a lot of like dark humor.
Mm-hmm.
So like I just like kind of wrote down little things as I was watching. Like one of the
Mm-hmm.
things that I wrote down was and it kind of reminded me of you when I was watching, where they were like telling the girl to call out, and she was like, "Girl, I don't got no sick time left. I'm saving up for the next trip." And I'm like, "Why are you doing that?" Like, I thought it was like hitting on like what Black people be doing.
Yep. Oh, definitely.
And then like even in the beginning where like he gets locked up because they think he did something, and it's like you don't have to do anything, but the color of your skin automatically
Mm-hmm.
makes it that you did it. And
Mm-hmm.
the fact that they're like sitting here trying to kiki with him afterwards, like you didn't just have me in the back of the car, and like, oh, this is his song right here
Yeah.
playing, and I'm like it's just all because he's in a white G-Wagon bumping
Yep.
some rap music.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yep, he's it. He's the culprit, Black man. So like you get racially profiled for the kind of car you drive and
Right.
like things like that. And I'm just like, that was one of the things that I wrote down. And then one of the other things that I was laughing about was like when he did get locked up, and it just makes me think about and like how the guy kept trying to pitch to him like a rap song.
Yep.
I was like, I wonder how many times people did that shit to Lil Wayne.
You know
Like,
it. You
like
know
when
it.
Weezy and Baby was in there, like Weezy, I got something hot this week,
Right.
Weezy. It's better than last week. I know you told me I was trash last week, but I done went. I've been right in the pen. I'm like, I'm ready now.
Right.
And I just like I thought that was so funny. Like I wonder because I know they don't put like I wonder how many people have been in jail like with Weezy. Like that's
Right.
kind of crazy. Or even like Lil Boosie badass.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know people were like, you know what I mean? Like Boosie, I got something for you. Like this joint hot.
Probably with Young
And
Thug too, Gucci. I mean, all of them they
oh
go
my
to
gosh,
jail.
yes, Young Thug.
Mm-hmm.
He probably walked to the cafeteria and they be singing, did a lot of just
Right.
to let Boosie alive.
Oh gosh, yes. Oh my goodness.
Isn't their
Oh,
trial coming up like in May or something? And I'm
yeah.
completely confused because I thought that Gunna was just out on bond. Is Gunna just good now?
I
Like
think he's
he has
good.
he has a whole tour coming up, going to different cities. So I'm like very confused.
I think he's good.
So
I think that's why everybody called him a snitch, because it's like,
basically he put everything on Thug and he's scot free.
I guess so. Yeah.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah. What themes? Okay, so where do I start with Vince Staples? I wrote down a few things. I thought it was funny, like the very beginning when he got pulled over and the cop was like, I think it's the guy from Abbott Elementary, because that's the first show I've seen Vince Staples do. He was on Abbott Elementary. He dated Janine for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then his sister, I guess that's his sister, the real estate agent, she was also on Abbott.
See, I need to watch these shows because everybody is new faces to me.
Yes. So she was on Abbott. So Vince was dating Janine's character, which is Quinta's character. And then Tyler, James Williams' character, was dating the sister. I don't know her name, but I think he called her Brie in the show. But it was like funny because they were dating the opposite person, but it was like they were more compatible. So Vince actually probably was more compatible with Tyler's girlfriend. And Tyler, of course, has a crush on Janine. They like each other. But yeah. And then I think also noted like how he doesn't open up to his girlfriend, and it goes back to like how his mom worries about her being too soft. And I don't know.
Yeah, I wrote that down. Like, he wanted her to be more with like, to me, I don't want to say hood, but like,
right.
I feel like they probably would be like, you think you better? Like, she's the type that probably got a lot of heat at cookouts and shit. Like, oh, you think you're better than us? Yeah, like, you think you got something going for yourself? Like, so I think that the mom wanted, like, but I liked how they started to bond about the mac and cheese scene where she didn't get none of the other mac. And then I was like, oh, that's cute. And then she was like, thank you. She was like, girl, I didn't do that for you. That other mac didn't look right. I'm like, oh my gosh. But it's like they have a hate love, but a respect level still. Like, even though like the mom, like, she was like, oh, girl, you coming with me. Like, you don't need to find Vince. Come with me. Like, we're going to do this.
Vanessa Bell Calloway. Vanessa Bell Calloway is her name.
That's her name? Vince's girlfriend on the show?
No.
Oh, no, the mom. Okay.
Yeah. So, if you haven't seen her in anything else, you've seen her in Coming to America. She was the one, Whatever You Like, the one they were trying to put.
Oh, that's her?
Yes.
That was
yes,
like
that's her.
Show? Oh wow.
Yes, that is her. So yeah, that, and I think that also speaks to like men, especially Black men, like not really opening up, because like he would have a hell of a day, and she would just ask like, "What did you do today?" And I also found that interesting. They started the season like that with that same scene, and then they came back and they ended it. She asked him how his day was, anything interesting, and he's like, "Nah." But he done shot somebody and killed somebody. You know,
like, sir, what do you mean? But you know what? And if you're doing activities like that, don't make me culpable. So just you had a good day,
right? That episode was so crazy.
It really was. But I also was like thinking like he's gonna have to do this because this man won't let it go. Like you have your whole son and you're still chasing after this man. Like at this point it's over with. Your son is now looking and watching. Go home. And they never really elaborated on what he actually did to that man. Like what did he do that this man wants to like kill? He might probably in this day and age where they would classify it as like probably bullying. He probably picked on him all the time when he was younger. And
probably. But I think that's what it reminds me a lot of Atlanta too, because it's like it's a good show, but it leaves a lot of things open to interpretation. Like it doesn't show
like what did you get from it?
Right. So like even the episode with Paperboy and the dude trying to kill him, like we don't know what happened with that either, but they were fighting to the death.
True. Yeah, like what in the world was going on with that?
So, and that was just sad. But I think it does also speak to men, people will die for their respect. Like he's so hell-bent on getting Vince.
Yes.
He's putting his child in danger because Vince definitely shooting at that van. And then two, like he died and he's not thinking about the repercussions because if he kills Vince, he's leaving his son without a dad. Right. And Vince killed him, left the son without a dad. So
I don't understand. You can hate someone that much that it takes over your whole life. Like, I will be damned to be like, I'm still like 20 years ago, that girl, like I can't let it go. Like,
right.
Like this man was itching to see him. Like this man carried it in the glove, just waiting to see Vince.
Right.
Do you listen to Vince Staples? Like, do you listen to his music? I don't either. I'm actually big on Cali rap, but I did download the song that was playing in the beginning about the Police song for him, and then there was also like the song that was playing in the Mercedes. And I was like, I love shows like Atlanta and this because you get to hear new songs. I'm gonna play a little bit of the one that I heard on the Mercedes.
Okay.
I thought it was bumping.
All right,
Hold on,
DJ.
DJ. Yes. Sorry, I saw. It's real nice and slow in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but I
Is
love
that
Callie
Vince
Pepper.
rapping?
No, it's not.
Is it
It's
42
called
Dugg?
Back to the Bag, and it's by Money Sign Suede. And it was the song playing when he got pulled over in the beginning episode.
Okay, I'm gonna have to pull it up because it was given. Well, it kind of sounded like 42 Dugg a little bit, but maybe I just wasn't hearing correctly.
I could hear that. I could see that. I mean, I think nowadays, a lot of time, everyone sounds like everybody. Like, it's just inevitable now that because I feel like it was so much harder to be a rapper before. Right. Now I feel like it's a lot easier. So like everybody sounds like everybody. Like it's sometimes I'll hear a song and I'm like, is that such and such? And they'll be like, no.
No, it's something
And then
different.
The song that was playing, if people are interested, that's the actual Vince Staples song, is called Summertime '06. Okay. And that's by Vince Staples. I'm sorry, that is incorrect. That's the name of the album. The song is called North North. And it's North with an F. So it's NORF space NORF. And that's the song that was playing when the cops are like, this is him. Like, this is him singing the song. Like, yeah. But yeah, I like shows like this because I get to discover new tunes and like I love a good underground rapper. Like I'm that type. And you know, we know that even from college, like I loved Soulja Boy. Like you couldn't tell me Soulja Boy wasn't the best rapper alive.
You are the biggest Soulja Boy fan to this day that I know. But I think you were ahead of your time. I'm not even
I was when I tell you I loved him, I loved him. We drove to North Carolina from Virginia. That's like a 5.5 hour car ride, and we played Zayn with That Lean Part 2 the whole way. And every time it started, we like got hype again. It was like me, my sister, and a girl I used to be friends with. We listened to that joint from the time we pulled out of the driveway till we got to North Carolina. That's 5.5 hours of listening to Soulja Boy in one song.
I'm gonna recommend y'all to my therapist because what the hell?
No, I do that. Like I'll listen to a song for a week straight. Oh, yeah. Like if it really hits, I will listen to the song like to and from work, in the shower, while I'm cooking. Like it'll just be on repeat. So I really appreciate shows like this because they get to give me more underground rappers. Because like if you look in my like Apple Music, it's so many people that people don't know. Like I put people on the music all the time. Like, oh, have you ever heard Shavo? Like Shavo's that dude. So I liked this show for just the things that it made. Do you think there'll be a season 2?
I really want it to be, but just with the cancellation of the brother's son, that really I don't know. And I hate for this not to be to be canceled, but I don't see it getting traction because the brother's son was on the top 10 list for a minute on Netflix.
Yeah, like it was on like the lower end of it, like you know that 6 through 10 spot, but it was there consistently. Yeah, and I think Vince's was there the first week, but I think that's it. Yeah, like when it first dropped, people watched it, but I don't think it's gonna get renewed. I would like it to. I'd like to see where he's gonna take it.
Right, I would love for it too.
But I don't know. Maybe we'll see him on Atlanta, the next season of Atlanta or something. Maybe him and Issa can work something out and rewrite it so that it's like very different. Because it's, you know, they're both from Cali, so.
Right, so they definitely could do something. Oh, and the last theme I did pick up on, it was only 5 episodes, but in 2 of the 5 episodes, they mentioned the fish Bible story. Like, you know, I always get the amount of fish and loaves of breads, but you know, where Jesus is like preaching to like a massive crowd, and it's a little boy. And Pastor Mike Todd refers to it as a Long John Silver's snack pack. But he literally has like packed his lunch, and the disciples and Jesus asked the boy if he would be willing to share his lunch with the crowd. And of course the disciples are like, how is this little lunch going to feed everybody? And as they start passing out the food, it keeps multiplying. So that was mentioned twice in this series.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah, the uncle mentioned it at the grill when Vince was complaining about people asking for money.
Asking for money with their hand out, yeah.
And then I think it was mentioned again the last episode. So I'm gonna look down into that some more because of course that story just talks about abundance and being, not trying to be stingy. Like you give more and you'll get back more than what you
Yeah.
give.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, I definitely picked up on that. My favorite episode out of all of them might have
Mm-hmm.
been the bank robbery one.
I'm weak.
Yes, that's probably was my favorite one.
That one was good.
Yeah, it was funny. It was funny. The robbers were just like Vince. Literally, I was afraid that they were going to have Vince. The police were going to say he was an accomplice because he was the only one that was like free, and he damn near was
Yeah,
living
and
with
was walking
them.
around. No, he really was. He's like, all right, bro, take it easy. And then he's like,
Right,
oh, actually, I'm not gonna leave. It's like hella cops outside. I'm gonna
right.
chill for a little bit.
But yeah, I
And
definitely
then
like
I
the
was weak at the
show.
other bank robber hitting on that girl. Like, when I get out of here, baby, like
Yes,
I'm finna spoil you. Like, I was like, what is going on right now?
yes. They were doing too much. And then the guy called him from jail and had already heard about the bank robbery. Like, how you hear about that in jail? And the bank robbery
Right.
is still going
Girl,
on.
because they got them phones.
They
There's people
do.
in
They
jail that be
do.
having them damn flip
They do.
phones
They do. I forgot about that. But
and
yes,
be
they do.
communicating. I think Thugger be calling Mariah the scientist on his little flip.
You know he do.
So
He do.
I don't know which was my favorite episode. Maybe the family reunion episode because I just love, like, I go to my family reunion every year and I
Mm-hmm.
think it is a staple. But what I thought was different was this has been a debate on social media, but they kind of went the opposite way of what colored people usually go based on the
Mm-hmm.
debate on Instagram versus the show. So the show, they were saying like macaroni and cheese is a delicacy. But remember when it was a debate about like it's not a main dish, it's a side. But like non-colored people will serve macaroni and cheese as an entree,
Yeah.
a meal. But like for us, it's a side. But then
Yeah.
I feel like they're like it's a delicacy, like as if it is which I thought was interesting because to me, macaroni and cheese is a
Oh,
side. It's not a
yeah.
main.
I
That's not
think
no
they
main.
still were referring to it as a side. I think it's just like you can't nobody just make the macaroni and cheese. Like you
True.
have
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
have
Okay.
reached a certain level. I think that's why she
Yeah.
was
Like
pissed
it.
because she's like, who
Yeah.
else is qualified to make
Right.
a macaroni and cheese other than me? I've been making the same macaroni and cheese. Y'all been loving it the whole time, and now y'all got
Right.
two here.
Yeah. And then talking about we had to make another mac because such and such daughter is vegan.
Right.
I don't want no vegan mac and cheese. Y'all can have that.
Right. She should have brought her own.
Or she should have just not had mac and cheese. You better have
Right.
some green beans, some pinto beans. I don't know, but you didn't need to have that mac and cheese then.
Right.
Mm. All right, moving into our final plot and pop,
Mm-hmm.
Waves. So this one was on Netflix. Was everything on Netflix? Oh my
Yep.
gosh, we had a Netflix plot and
Yeah.
pop. Everything's on
Mm-hmm.
Netflix. It's 2 hours and 15 minutes, and the description is a tragic death upends the world of a successful suburban family, leaving profound grief in its wake, but also the possibility for new love. It stars Tyler, who's played by Calvin Harris Jr., who we have seen who plays Martin in the other show that we're doing, MLK, well,
Mm-hmm.
Genius, MLK and X. It's got Taylor Russell as Emily.
Mm-hmm.
And then is that the sister? That's the sister.
Yeah, Emily's sister.
They didn't
Alexis.
even put Alexis on the, like, when I copied and pasted this
Oh, really?
description.
Her name is
Yeah.
Alexa Dema, I think is her
Yeah,
name.
Alexa Dema. But I forget what her name was in the movie. What was her name?
Alexis.
Alexis. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Alexis. It's
Alexa
got
Demi.
Alexa Demi, and then she was Alexis in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's got Sterling K. Brown in it, which we saw his phenomenal performance in American Fiction, and he plays the dad, which is Ronald Williams.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's got Lucas Hedges, who plays the Emily's boyfriend, which is Emily's played by Taylor Russell.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's got Catherine, which is Renee Else Goldsberry, played by her. So I actually really enjoyed this movie, the first half, until I got to the second half. And then the second half completely ruined the movie for me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I think if they would have just continued with the theme of the first half of the movie, it probably would have been like 80% Rotten Tomatoes for me, but they didn't. So it just really, I struggled to get through the second half of the movie.
Yes.
But one of the things that I first wrote down is like the parental pressure was so thick in this film. And like, I feel like Tyler really wanted to make his dad proud, and it just got to be too much, way too much. Like the pressure was way too much. I feel like it's kind of how I feel like a lot of parental dynamics are. If you have like a kid that has the potential to go to college for free, especially if it's in the realm of athletics, providing the monetary amount needed to go to college. So the parental pressure to me was really, really thick. Like Sterling K. Brown, he was tough. Like as a dad, I was like, oh my God, like so much pressure. I'm actually shocked that Kelvin was allowed to have the blonde hair with Sterling K. Brown, with Ronald as his daddy.
Oh yeah, definitely shocked me. I did write that Sterling was off the chain. Well, Ronald was off the chain. Like even when it came to the boy's shoulder, he was like, "I'll keep an eye on it." And the mom was like, "You said that about your knee, and look at and look at how that turned out." Tyler, I think life turned up quick for Tyler. I felt like
It
everything
did.
that could go wrong went wrong in like a
All at
week
the same
span.
time. Yes. Too
Yeah.
much.
So like he was a wrestler and his shoulder was in pain, but he was kind of, as a lot of people in their sport do,
Playing through injury.
they try to just keep going. And he was told he would have to have surgery that would take him out of his senior season. And, senior season is the most important season because that's when the colleges look at you, pick you. Basically, it
Right.
sets your future up. So he was going to be missing out on the senior season. His girlfriend becomes pregnant. They take her to an abortion clinic. She does not get the abortion. They break up. And it just, things, he just starts spiraling,
I wanted
taking
to hit on
drugs.
the abortion part.
Mm-hmm.
So the abortion part took me out because when he tried to drop her off, she was like, "Park." I was
Yeah.
so confused too. Like, so you really thought he was about to drop me off? Like,
Right.
park, and we're going in here together. Like, you don't need
Right.
to drop me off. Go ahead and find a parking space. Like, he literally stopped and she was like, "What are you doing? Park." Like, I was so confused.
Yeah.
I was so confused. I was like, yeah, like, what are you doing, Tyler? Park the
Yes.
damn car.
Mm-hmm. And then she went in there and I guess she got in the back and decided that she did not want to go through it, which is perfectly her choice. But
Right.
that caused a lot of friction because, of course, he's not trying to have a baby right now. And now he's like, he lost his girlfriend. He's got a baby on the way. And now he doesn't even have any type of future because I think he put all his eggs in one basket in regard to this wrestling stuff that he no longer can do.
Yeah.
So he gets drunk and high and he's just taking his dad's painkillers, drinking, and he shows
Yes.
up. Yeah.
And the dad knew though. Like, it's like you knew, and like that should have been the first time because he was like, "Have you?" He asked the wife, "Have you taken some of my pain pills?" And when she said no, why didn't you automatically think clearly it's Tyler? Like,
But you know what, Imani? I think he was okay with it because he thought maybe he was taking it so he can continue to wrestle. I'm
yeah, but he
thinking,
should have known if you're needing oxy
but
to wrestle,
I
it's
think
it's
he
it's
just
a whole
didn't.
new pain.
Yeah, and I think he just, I don't hate to say that he didn't care, but I think he just wanted, they had the same, I think Tyler's mindset was aligned with his dad. Like, he'll just get him through the season and whatever happens, we'll get it fixed after that before college. I really think that's what he was thinking.
I think, yeah, I could see that, but I'm just
Mm-hmm.
like,
Yeah, no. It was bad parenting, definitely bad parenting, but hey.
yeah. And like that was the thing too. Like I feel like in a lot of dynamics, I mean, I didn't have this dynamic growing up, but I could see how in a lot of, and this is about the sport aspect of it,
Mm-hmm.
is that I feel like they completely neglected Emily. Like everything was
Yeah,
surrounding around Tyler. Like, what about Emily? Like, this
right.
girl needs parents too. Just because she's strong and she's not showing that she's struggling with anything doesn't mean that she doesn't need that parental
Mm-hmm.
guidance and love too. And like
Mm-hmm.
everything surrounded around Tyler.
Mm-hmm. And even when it came, like, she was like, I need to study for, I don't know what she was doing. And they were like, no, you need to be at your brother's show. And she's like, I need to study. This is like my study group.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell? But yeah,
Yeah. Like,
so when Tyler went to that party drunk and high to see his ex-girlfriend slash baby mama, or whatever you want to call her,
what did you
Alexa.
think he was going to do? I thought he was going to just punch her in the stomach. I don't know why that was what I thought he was going to
Oh,
do.
like to make her have a miscarriage.
Yes, that's what I thought he was going to do.
Mm. I don't know. I just knew he was going to do something dumb. And
Yeah, like
then,
you just knew that.
right. I think, shoot, I don't know what my notes are for this. So I'm going off the top of my head. But I did
Yeah.
write down that whole scene. I liked the music that they had because, like, when they were breaking up, I think it was a Tyler the Creator song. I hate you, I fucking love you. I think it went
Yeah.
great with the scene. And then
Mm-hmm.
when he's like getting turned up, it's Kanye's I Am a God. He's driving her to a
Yeah.
party. Like I think the music selection with the scene fit perfectly.
Was
Like
on
you
par,
said,
yeah.
this first half was good. I don't know what happened in the
Golden.
second. Yeah, I don't know what happened in the second half. But yeah, when he killed her, I did, I don't know. I was
He
like,
didn't
there's no
mean
coming
to
back.
though.
He didn't mean to, but I'm like, it's no coming back from this.
There was no comeback. But like to me, I don't know. Like and when she died, it really messed with me. Like, okay, of course I don't think he should have walked away scot-free. But like when they gave him second-degree murder, I didn't agree. Like I felt like if he was not black, he
Oh
wouldn't have
yeah.
like it would have been like first-degree manslaughter. Like, why is this
Hmm.
second degree?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I was so confused.
Yeah. I think it might have been like the circumstances surrounding the situation. Like if she was not pregnant and they would have been together and just got in a fight and he killed
Oh,
her,
I didn't look at
maybe.
that. So he killed
Yeah.
two people, essentially.
Right.
Okay.
And then they probably said he had motive. They probably said he came over there
To
to
hurt her,
kill her.
yeah.
Yeah. Versus they just got in an argument and he hit her. But yeah, they probably presented to the judge. They probably had her text messages where he's like, give her the baby. All that probably was presented to the
Yeah,
prosecution.
true. Yeah, I didn't think
Mm-hmm.
about that. And I couldn't believe the scene where, because we never knew that Catherine wasn't his real mom until he was like, you can't even have
Oh
kids.
yeah.
My heart, I was like, oh
What's
my
going
God. And
on?
I never knew that because, the way he would come in the kitchen, kiss her on the cheek and be like, how was your day? Like he was
Yeah.
so, like they had like a really good relationship. So when he was like, you can't even have kids, you're not my mom. I was
Yeah.
like, is he just saying this to hurt her? I was like, wait, Catherine not real mom? Like what's going on? But
Yeah.
she wasn't their real mom. And I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I had no clue about that.
Yeah, he was turning up. And then when he
He
pushed his dad,
was.
like, so they're gonna do
Yes.
something with him. They're gonna do something with him.
Yes. And then the dad took way, like, I don't understand why the dad took way too long to get into his car, like, and then had the nerve to, like, be asleep.
Yeah.
Like, it showed him in the car driving around. They had his location, like, he's 5 minutes from here. Like, she was like, he's 5 minutes from here. Go get him. Then you're sleeping and your daughter has to call you to tell you to come pick her up. Like,
Yeah.
if I acted like that, trust and believe, Jay and Shahida are not going to sleep.
Yeah.
My mom definitely would have called around to the friends. Like, that would have been her, like, hey, have you seen Imani? Like, we're having a little bit of a family emergency. But Jay would have been in that car, NASCAR driving.
Right.
And I thought that that's what they were going to do. But then also I was like, well, is that not a good idea? Then I thought about like, should the dad have called the police? But then I'm like, no, because then they might would have shot him. Then it's like you have a dead son. So like, I didn't know, like as a parent, I think that was a really hard situation. So I was like, okay, he's going to chase after him. But like when he turns around and goes home and goes to bed, I was so confused. Because I could have sworn the mom was looking at the location, said he's 5 minutes from here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, why wouldn't y'all show up to the, like, they had to have known it was prom. Like,
because their daughter was there.
Yeah, like I don't know. That scene could have been a little bit better. And then I felt bad for the sister because I felt like she saw in his eyes like Tyler's not well.
Yeah.
But she kind of just was like, oh, let me just let it rock.
Mm-hmm.
And then letting it rock resulted in him hurting her.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just so much though, because Tyler clearly had some underlying anger issues, like the way he destroyed his room after he found out he couldn't play anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, Tyler, what's going on? And they're knocking on the door. I would have kicked that door in.
Yeah.
Like, and he's over here saying, I'm fine, but he's like going like this and knocking everything down. Like clearly he's not fine. And I think he definitely should have been in therapy. I think the dad meant well. Like he was pushing him because he knew the potential of his son, but it was so detrimental. And like, he was so conniving with it. Like, if you don't do this work, and that pissed me off too. He's like, if you don't do this work, you want your little girlfriend. You're not going to have your little girlfriend. You're not going to be able to go out anymore.
Right.
And I'm like, why is this man having to go to school, work, and do your job? But then he like brought up, like, then he kind of like the dad flipped it on him, which like, I see what he meant. But at the same time, this is a kid. He's growing. He was like, you asked to do this. I didn't ask you to help with your mother's business. You asked to do it. And I'm like,
yeah, Sterling, he was not, this was the one movie I did not like Sterling in.
I still liked him, but I felt like it took too much. I felt like his whole family had to demolish in front of him.
Yeah, I like the acting, but I didn't like the character. Like
I didn't like the parenting. The parenting could have been better. Like, like it was just too strict.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you can't be too strict, but you also can't be too loosey-goosey. Like, you have to find that nice middle.
Yeah.
And Mr. Ronald did not have a middle.
Mm-mm.
And, like, I feel like he put too much pressure on his kids to upkeep their lifestyle. Like, that shouldn't have been Tyler's job. Like, as far as I'm concerned, I never saw the dad work. So, like, what are you doing? But I guess he was running, like, the business side. Because Catherine's a doctor. Like, I don't know. But transition to the second half of the movie, which was just so confusing how then it took on the sister's life, which we had only saw her in one scene where she's like holding her brother when he first found out that Alexis was pregnant in the bathtub, and she's like, "Shh, mom and dad will hear you."
Yeah, I really just felt like, I think I might have said this earlier, or maybe just talking to you. They put 2 short films, because the movie was long as hell. It was like 2 hours
It
and 15
was.
minutes. I feel like they put 2 short films together. Like, that was it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. And I mean, of course they had the theme, like they referenced the brother. But again, like you said, we didn't know nothing about the sister. And then now all of a sudden the second half is focused on her and this white boy that she is dating, whose dad is dying.
Of
And she's like,
cancer.
yeah, I
We
want
have
our
to see
family
them.
to be
We have to see
strong.
them.
Right. It didn't, I don't know. It just
didn't
didn't.
hit, and I was just waiting for it to
Yeah.
end. I was just like, this is, and then like I honestly would have preferred them digging deeper into the demise of the marriage than the sister.
Yeah.
We could have really played off that because we got a lot of Sterling. Like, we got a lot of him. We could have seen, I would have liked to see how it affected how the community saw their family. I would have liked to see how it affected her practice and how it was almost going bankrupt. How, like, she couldn't even look at him without seeing Tyler, and, like, saying you pushed him too hard. And, like, we got little glimpses of that, but not really. And I would have rather have seen that, because I do feel like, you know, they say that, like, when you lose a child, sometimes the relationship can't go on. Like, when people lose kids, divorces do happen. So, like, I feel like it would have been made more sense for them to have dug into that one more deeper, honestly.
I agree. I didn't think about that, but I definitely agree. Versus the bullshit they gave us. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like, like, I hate my brother. He's evil. And then the dad being like, he's just human.
Yeah.
Like, and I would have even not enjoyed, oh God. I would have even preferred to have, like, let's look at him in jail. Like, all we saw was him open up that picture of Alexis. All we saw was him open up that picture of Alexis. Like, we didn't see how people were like, oh, you're a child killer. You're like, whatever the you know, because a lot of that stuff gets around to the jail of, like, what people go in there for. So a lot of times you'll hear about these child molesters dying in jail because people find out, like, you molested a child, but, like, people that are in there for murder, but not with a child. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
and they definitely could
it was
have.
an interesting concept.
I know the overall theme was like family healing or whatever, but they could have done that and included Kelvin's character, Tyler. Like, they could have they could have had these discussions, because I'm pretty sure Tyler did not know that Ronald thought he was human, if that makes sense. Like, he told his sister he's just human, but he needed that reassurance from his dad.
He did. He needed to be like, yes, that's true. The dad could have been like, I'm in here, like, I did this to you and I apologize.
Yeah.
Yes, that would have been good too. Because I could have really seen just the waterworks for me pouring.
Yeah.
If that scene would have happened.
Yeah. And they could have took about 30 minutes off the movie and just, like, you know,
had our nice 90-minute film. Or even if they would have dug into Alexis's family a little bit more, like the conversation she had when she told them she was pregnant, how they said they were going to have her back. You know, all of that. Like, yeah, the writing this week, or on our 2 movies, could have been better. The writing is struggling with this week with our plot and pops, for sure.
And it's crazy because the writing actually was good in ways. It just, I don't know, like, the follow through, I think it was.
Yeah, that's true.
The first half, like I said, it was good. Like,
yeah, it's which route they decide to go in that writer's room of, like, do we want to go here with it, or here with it? And it's like, I guess it's a risk either way you take it, because I think they thought that they were doing something so unique. Like, okay, we're going to flip the whole half of the film to the sister.
Right.
But it didn't pan out or work.
Maybe if she was doing something a little more exciting too, like, it was just boring. Like, if she would have done something a little, I don't know, and maybe we would have enjoyed it more, but it was not entertaining.
Yeah. Or maybe they were like the perfect family, and maybe she was an athlete in her own right. And like maybe the mom would go to her stuff and the dad would go to the son's stuff, and it was like a competition amongst siblings. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something needed to be had and it wasn't had. So it didn't. Something needed to give and it was not given. But I would give this like a 65, 70. It's like a C minus.
Yeah. Which is sad because it could have been a lot higher if it was
like watch the first half and then after he goes to jail, just turn it off.
Yeah, turn it off. It ain't gonna resolve nothing else.
Yeah. Unless you saw some underlying theme with Emily that we just missed the whole first half of the film and you really want to know Emily's story, keep watching. But
yeah, and please let us know. Please.
Yeah, please, because it could have went over our heads. It really could have.
Definitely. So yeah. Waves. But are we announcing that this week? Well, I guess I've already started. We are doing another Kelvin Harrison Jr. film for our Watch Your Shelf for March.
Yes.
And it is actually Monster, and that's the name of the book and the film. The film is on Netflix, and the book you can find, just anywhere they sell books. I'm probably getting mine from Amazon.
Yeah, I'm gonna audiobook it again.
It is an audiobook. I think it's only 5 hours audiobook.
It's 3.
3?
Yes, girl. 3.
Really? Oh, no, you know what? I'm thinking of Flight Club. That was 5 hours audiobook.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Monster's only 3 hours, so that's very doable.
But yeah, Walter Dean Myers. Yeah. Walter Dean Myers is the author of that, and it also stars I don't know. We'll get into that later because I ain't got to pull it up, so I don't know why I started talking. But yeah, Monster.
Yeah, it's got Jennifer Hudson in it. It's got A$AP Rocky in it. It has a lot of people in the movie.
Jeffrey Wright in it from
American Fiction.
American Fiction. And he was also in Rustin. But yeah, so I'm excited about that. Yeah, and then what else do we have going on? Next week we'll discuss Watch Your Shelf for February, which was Expats, and then the book was The Expatriates. Then we also are watching Spaceman on Netflix with Adam Sandler, and then Gully, which you can get on, is it Prime, Apple TV, and YouTube?
And YouTube, all of them, and it's $3.99. And it's worth the purchase. So go ahead and spend your $4.
Wait, is he in Gully too?
To watch. Yes, Kelvin is in Gully. This is the Kelvin and Lakeith Stan podcast.
Yeah, we ain't watching no more Kelvin after we review the
last episodes. We're gonna get him a break. We're gonna let him air out. Yeah, we're gonna let him air out.
We're gonna have to find somebody else to be stalking because this is crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna let him air out.
Anything else you want to say, Imani?
No, I think that's it. Thank you guys again for watching. We truly appreciate it, and thank you. Like I don't know how to say thank you enough. Like we really do appreciate it.
Yes. And we do appreciate all the feedback too. I told y'all we're gonna compile it, and we're gonna do an episode strictly probably just of feedback and what we think of y'all's feedback. So yeah, DM, text, whatever. Just let us know what you think. As far as the things you watch, what y'all want us to watch. I probably will post something on the story asking for suggestions because I have had people so far say y'all should watch this, y'all should look at this. So I'm going to make an actual box on Instagram so I can compile it and put everything together so we can start incorporating the things y'all want us to discuss. So
because we love you movie lovers out there. We want to know what's really good. Like we love a good movie, we love a good show, so we want to hear what you guys are watching. Yeah, we want to hear it. All right, till next week, guys. Have a great week. Bye.